It is now. What is up, guys? Welcome to the One Mag Podcast, brought to you by Animag. I'm Nickgottats and
I'm Tamer.
And we're reviewing episode 6 of One Piece, man. It's a pretty great episode, man. Actually, they had a fight scene in it. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to that. Then we got a backstory, But look, we start off the episode right where we ended off episode 5 with like the boom of the boogie bomb, right?
The
boogie bomb.
No.
Boogie bomb.
Is it a boogie? No, buggy.
Boogie bomb. What?
The boogie.
I'm thinking about Fortnite. The boogie bomb.
A boogie.
I was thinking about Fortnite with the boogie bomb. Man, and so then it goes to like Zoro picking up. Well, no, because Luffy asks Zoro how bad his injury is.
Yeah, and you can
he's just
actually see.
Yeah, no, you don't see the blood coming out until he picks up the cage.
Yeah.
We're being very fucking technical, man. Because last episode we fucking fumbled the bag.
And we did.
But so he picks up the thing, blood starts shooting out. But Luffy was like, how's your injury? And he's just like, shut up. Like,
shut up, I got this.
Just tells him basically to shut up. And like Nami's like, these are some fucking weird ass people. And Zoro, once he picks up the cage, he asks Luffy what, and he's like, who's the new girl, basically asking who. And then Luffy says, she's the navigator. And I don't recall Nami having anything to say. Like, she just kind of went with it. And then I see in the
manga, she actually says something about it.
What does she say?
She's like, we didn't come to an agreement or something like that. I believe. Like, I should have put that, but
I see you say we find out in the
manga it took 5 of Buggy's crewmates to actually lift that cage.
Yeah.
5.
It's a lot of fucking people.
Who is this Zoro? He's on fucking steroids.
And then we go to like a cutback of, well, not a cutback, like just a cut to another scene of, we see that Buggy still survived this fucking buggy bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, how the fuck did he survive that
Well,
shit?
in the manga, like after the smoke clears, they actually could see that he still survived.
No. And then we're introduced to Mohji.
What was that?
That was the computer. I don't know why I did that. We're introduced to Mohji, which is one of Buggy's...
Not right hand or first chief. He's not the first chief.
I mean, he's somebody very important to Buggy, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's like, he basically tells, he asks Buggy if he could take Zoro's head. So he was out for Zoro's fucking head. And then
we all know if Zoro would be 100%, he could.
Then we cut back to Luffy and the crew. The gang, should I say. And they're walking down the road and they see this dog. And like Luffy's like messing with the dog, and like the dog, cause the dog, I'm pretty sure the dog attacked him.
Yeah, because he was fucking like messing with him, messing with his face, and then all of a sudden,
and then like Nami comes back and she's like, "Oh, I got you something," basically, and throws the key to the cage.
But it goes on the ground, and then of course
it goes on the ground and it's sitting there, and then freaking
the
dog eats it, and that's when like Luffy grabs it and starts shaking like, "Give me my key back! Give me my key back!" Basically, and then some man pops up, and his name is what?
Boodle? Boodle. Boodle. That's how I would say his name, right?
Yeah, Boodle.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I'm not fucking good with names.
I don't even think they mention his name in the anime.
No, they did not mention his name.
In the manga, they did.
So we find out he's like, stop messing with Shoo. And so we figure out the dog's name is Shushu. And then the mayor is realizing how bad Zoro's wound is, and he's like, "Oh, you need to get that checked out by a doctor or whatever." And Zoro's like, I'm gonna just sleep it off, basically. So he's like, fucking Zoro just walks into another house. The mayor helps him get set up, I guess, and the thing, and fucking Zoro just goes to sleep, I'm guessing.
I think after that he gets Shushu some food. Right?
Yeah, he walks in the thing and goes to get
Shushu
Shushu some food.
Was he smoking something?
Yeah, he had a pipe.
Okay, they also had that. I was about to say, I was like, damn!
Yeah, he had a
Smoking
pipe.
some of that good shit?
That good
I'm
shit.
super strong. I can go fight Boogity.
And, so we realizing this dog is literally just sitting in front of this pet store. And, the mayor makes the remark saying, like, the reason why he's doing this because his owner left. But we know that the owner's dead. So, and the mayor makes the remark of, like, oh, this is why he's doing this, is to, like, protect their shop, basically.
Yeah, because the owner tells Shushu that, oh, I'm going to be going to the doctors. You stay here and protect this place while I'm gone.
Well, we're not there yet because we didn't get to his backstory yet. And, like, the mayor's talking about, like, how that's his treasure, the dog's treasure. And then here comes bitch boy Mohji.
And what's his dog? His little poochie's name?
Richie.
Richie?
So, Richie is, like, this big-ass fucking lion.
Lion/dog/cat, whatever.
No, I think it's just a lion, like a very big lion. And,
you know how those One Piece animals are, though.
And, like, Luffy kind of stands up and he's like, and he wants to fight him, basically.
But he can't because he's in the cage.
But he's in the cage. And, he's like, oh, I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm here looking for Zoro. And then it just pisses off Mochi.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells his lion to attack
the cage.
Well, attack Luffy, and it ends up breaking the cage, which sets Luffy free.
Yeah, he's like, I'm finally free! Wow!
Yeah, and he gets fucking smacked through fucking towns and shit, through the buildings and shit. And he just lands. And then he tells, well, I think Luffy, at this time, Luffy makes the remark that he's going to teach the buggy clowns a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And we go back to where Mohji is. And he's like telling the Richie to keep going.
Keep looking, but Richie is too distracted by the pet store because of the food and all that.
Yeah, and he's like, make it quick. So basically, the like Shushu, since he's there to protect the shop, basically, which like includes that he's protecting the shop because I mean he's a little ass fucking dog and he's trying to fight this big ass lion, basically.
Which props to him.
Which he's getting smacked. I mean, he's doing his shit.
He's trying,
but
like in the manga, he was getting his shit slammed in the store. Bam, bam, and like there was a lot of blood involved.
Well, yeah, I mean, even in the anime, you could see that the dog was getting pretty wounded from the battle. Drink Altsy, baby. Use code Animag at 10% off for your checkouts. All your fucking checkouts, no matter how expensive your shit is. No matter if you're in the rack over there, you're gonna get 10% off. I'm pretty sure. I haven't read the code above it or anything. And so like Luffy tells them that he would teach them a lesson. And then like Luffy goes, I'm pretty sure we had a fuck ton of technical difficulties just a fucking second ago. The SD core got full, which kind of pisses me off because I mean it's more editing that Tamer has got to do. But back to where we left off, like so the shop's burning because Mochi and Richie burned it. Richie the lion thing. So we talked about how Shushu was thing, and while the building is burning down, we get a flashback.
A flashback.
Of, like, Shushu and his previous owner and how close they were and everything.
And then all of a sudden, the shoe owner disappears, and you could see, like, the sadness that he felt.
Shushu, yeah. I mean,
because, like, how Luffy talked about his hat is his treasure. For Shushu, the pet store was his treasure.
and then we get into the little fight scene with Zoro. I mean, not Zoro. Why the fuck did I say Zoro?
Man.
I want to fight. I want to see Zoro fight again. But yeah, we get into a fight scene of Mochi and Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
And like Mochi's fucking line just comes running around. And fucking, I almost said Zoro again. Luffy just basically twists him around and like just fucking flings him basically.
I think it was like Gum Hammer.
Hammer or something. And then he just starts beating the fuck out of Mochi, basically.
He didn't even actually beat the fuck out of him.
He just fucking hit him a couple times.
He was like, what are you? And I don't know if they said that in anime, but like in the manga, like right here is where Luffy says, I ate the Gomu no Mi fruit when I was a kid, which is basically the rubber fruit.
Yeah.
Which, after this, he just fucking took... He showed I don't know if he did like this badass look towards Mochi, but he basically just grabbed Mochi and just brought him towards him and just
hit him. Yeah, that's what happened. He didn't...
In a story.
And so this is like, and then it gets cut to Nami seeing that the shop is on, and she kind of takes the blame out on Luffy because Luffy's a pirate and fucking screaming at Luffy and shit because like all pirates are the same basically and everything.
Yeah.
And the mayor kind of holds her back. And then in this scene, like, Luffy's not even bothered by Nami saying what Luffy does. He got the feed, the dog feed that was taken by Richie, was the lion, and putting it on side of Shushu, which makes Nami realize that Luffy's not like all these other pirates. When he brings the dog food, it makes her like realize. Then we get another cut to Mochi telling Buggy that Luffy beat him basically.
And he basically said that he was gonna blow up the whole town.
Yeah, like blow up the whole town.
Another mention from the manga, instead of calling, like, he just basically calls Luffy, Zoro, and Nami a bunch of bandits. Because he doesn't know that Luffy is a pirate.
Oh, and then we get that Nami says she's sorry to Luffy.
Which, in the manga, Luffy can understand where she's coming from because she was killed by somebody.
She wasn't killed, her.
No, somebody important to her. Need to drink some multi to clear up that throat. No, where was I? Luffy understands that someone important to her was killed by a pirate, and that she her own has her own problems to worry about. And also, like, after the Mohji, like, Buggy saying that he was gonna blow up the town, in the manga we actually see Shushu go to like the outer town where everybody's at. So yeah, and we see all the crap, like the villagers saying that the Boodle, basically the village is his treasure. That's basically what they would say, and that was it.
And then after like Nami says she's sorry, the mayor, I don't call him by his name because I feel like it's just way easier to call him the mayor.
The mayor
goes off on a rant about how he should protect the people more in the town and how they build the town from ground up. Because we get a flashback that the town was nothing before they landed.
Mm-hmm.
So all the area you see is what they built up from ground up. And he's tired of letting Buggy do as he pleases in the town. And at the same time he's saying this, which I found is fucking hilarious, another Buggy bomb goes off. And like he just starts shitting his pants again. Then we learned that the Buggy bomb that was just shot off fucking was a direct hit on the fucking building Zoro was in. And like Zoro just Luffy's like, "You're okay in there?" And he just gets up like it was fucking nothing. And then fucking the mayor says again that how he's gonna protect this town. And like, bro, then you just he didn't run off yet.
He doesn't run off yet?
No, there's a whole fucking talk before he runs off. He's basically saying like he fucking gets to his senses again and like realizes he's the mayor of this town. Like it's his job, his priority to protect. And you could see Nami gets a little worried because I mean Nami knows that
how weak he is,
and like he basically because Nami makes the remark like, "Hey, I mean, I'm not like." Nami makes the remark like you're basically that you're weak and you like you're gonna die. And he makes the remark saying, "Dude, there's just some fights that a man can't run from. There's some fights you know you're gonna lose, but you can't run from them." And like it kind of gives Luffy like a spark, basically. Like Luffy's like, "Yeah, that's what I like to hear," basically. And then he runs off. And Nami's really worried at this point. Like you could just see it in her face. And Luffy makes the remark saying, "Don't worry, I like the old man. I won't let nothing happen to him." And then Zoro realizing that they're about to go into a fight. And we know that Zoro has
an injury, and Nami's like, "You sure you should be going into the front line like this?"
And this is where Zoro makes the remark that he got to protect his captain, basically. And his reputation is way more important to him than any injury he could have. Ooh. So he's like, "Man, I'm gonna die behind my captain, basically."
Oh, Nickgottats when he can't curl a rail. I have to curl this. It's gonna destroy my reputation.
Fuck yeah. And so then the mayor's in like Buggy's basically headquarters. He's at right now, and he's like, "I'm tired of this. You're not gonna destroy my treasure." And Buggy's basically like, "Huh? All right. You don't want to see it get demolished? Well, you're the first one that's gonna die." And he uses his fruit to cut off his hand, basically. And
I want to say he could detach.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like detach it, not cut. Like he didn't.
Yeah, like there you go.
To choke the mayor, and then Luffy comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and basically, well, we see Buggy's reaction, like. He felt somebody grabbing his hand, and whenever we go back to the scene, like where the mayor is, I almost called him Boodle, which I'm confused already. But anyway, we see Luffy having Buggy's hand and also giving him a little tight grip. You know, I would say.
Yeah, a tight grip around his hand.
And doesn't he say, "Buggy, I came to kick your ass"?
Kick your ass, basically. And then right after he says that, cue the fucking outro. Which, I mean, the episode was pretty good. I mean, it had some couple funny moments that we didn't, like, talk about on the podcast. Because, I mean, they weren't very, they weren't very detailed parts. Mm-hmm. Because I know for one thing that we didn't say was when Mochi was like, "I'm Mochi," when Luffy like, "Who are you?" And when Mochi is like,
the reason why Mochi attacks is because Luffy makes fun of him. Like what he's wearing, his hat, what he's
no,
wearing.
I'm not talking about that. He's like, oh, I'm Mohji, trainer of all beasts, and Shushu just bites him. And then Luffy's also like, man, what are you wearing? Like, what the fuck? And I mean, there was some pretty good moments in this. But what did you think about this full episode, man?
I really enjoyed it, but like before we do the reviews, like in the manga, the manga, or the manga, however y'all want to pronounce it, the manga, we are introduced to Kabaji, the acrobat, who is the chief of staff of the Buggy Pirates.
So we're not introduced to him yet in the anime.
Yeah, we're not. So next episode, we're gonna probably see Kabaji. And actually, none of us touched episode 7 yet. Nope, not yet.
I mean, so we're gonna do a podcast on it probably Saturday.
Yeah.
Before it could be fresh in our head. But what did you think about this episode before we
I really loved it. I really loved the backstory, even though most people will complain that, oh, who gives a fuck about a backstory of a dog? First of all, I'm a dog owner, and that shit was fucking sad.
Yeah, I mean, they
actually care about the side characters, even though if it's a dog or...
I mean, not just the dog. I mean, Shushu played a very important role.
And he will later on.
Well, I'm not even talking about this because we haven't watched this yet. It played a big role because, I mean, if the building wouldn't have ever caught on fire, Luffy wouldn't have been as mad. It wouldn't have made Nami realize that Luffy's not like these other pirates, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an important side character, basically. And, I mean, with all of that, like, all what we got in this episode, man, I have to rate this episode pretty high. As an 8.
As an 8.
As an 8. That's what you're giving it?
Yeah.
I mean, this episode, and it got me hyped for the next episode because we know Buggy's a devil fruit user.
And we know Luffy's a devil fruit user.
So the fight's going to be good.
First devil fruit fight.
Yeah, I mean, and it's going to be pretty fucking lit.
I really hope it doesn't end in one punch.
No, it definitely
so far,
won't.
every villain that he went up against or pirate died to one hit.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be no fucking one hit wonder fight.
He didn't beat Captain Morgan, but he beat up his bitch ass son in one punch.
Yeah, because he didn't beat Captain Morgan. Zoro did.
Zoro did. He did hit him. Hit Captain Morgan.
Hit him on the
beat
ass.
the fuck out of him.
But that's it for this episode. Make sure you go stop it. I know I don't have the Alti Cup, but make sure you go stop at Alti Subs, right?
Yeah.
You could find it on the website.
Yeah, just type Alti Energy and you'll find the website.
And you find or you could just go on fucking animag.org.
They're having great deals right now. Well,
you use code Animag.
Just use code Animag. They're probably having a deal, but by the time this episode comes out, that deal is going to probably be out, and I am very sorry about that.
Yeah, because, I mean, we're trying to bust out a couple episodes before.
Yeah, and these episodes aren't coming out until, he probably leaves.
And, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and peace out.
Sayonara.